Well, the locals have told us that our trip to Buchan will not be complete without coming and checking out the caves. Now, fortunately for me, I've bumped into Grattan here. So what do we need to do before we can go in and explore the caves, mate?
I think it's important as part of a cultural protocol that we perform a welcome to country. It's very important that visitors to our traditional lands are given a proper welcome. So in that respect, I'd just like to just acknowledge the ancestors of the land here, and also just pay respects to our elders past and present, and also acknowledging that the lands that the park and surrounds here are located are part of the Croatangalang clan group. Culturally, it's a very rich landscape.
Thanks, mate, and thanks for having us here and showing us around, mate. It's been great to catch up.
Yep.
Can we go and have a look inside the caves?
Certainly can.
That'll be awesome, mate. Thank you. We had a great time at the Buchan Caves. We were greeted there by Danny, who was going to be our guide. And once we got up to the cave mouth, we also met a few of the local Indigenous fellas who are the rangers in the area, and one in particular there, Grattan, who came with us on the rest of the tour, welcomed us to the area from the local people's point of view, and it was great. And then from there on, it was smiling faces, and we were like lifelong mates going through this cave.
Just watch your head on that bit.
Watch your head on that bit. It's a great time to be short.
It sure is. Well, stepping into the Buchan Caves is really like stepping into another world. It's just, I don't know, it feels like a movie set. And Danny took us around on a great tour, explaining the rocks and the stalactites and stalagmites and all the formations and how they date back millions, hundreds of thousands of millions of years with the rock.
Even though the rock formations are ancient, our guide Danny explained how recently they've been discovered.
Sort of until Frank Moon actually found the cave in 1907, there was no evidence of actually any humans being in this cave.
No one had ever discovered it?
No.
Or no evidence of it? Yeah.
No evidence, and we're pretty sure that no one had, because when he found it, it was only a hole in the rock above the hill about so big. He actually had to enlarge it to get in.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and you sort of get through these real tight spots, and all of a sudden they'd open up into these big caverns where, well, they have weddings down there, and it was just, you look at it and think, what an amazing place to get married.
Danny, this is like stepping into another world. It is so spectacular. How old would this place be?
The cave space that we're walking through itself would be about 5 or 6 million years old.
Oh,
but the rock that surrounds us, which is all limestone, started to form about 410 million years ago.
Wow.
So this area was covered by a shallow warm sea, and the limestone itself is made up of the remains of marine organisms, shells, corals, sponges and that type of thing, all deposited on that sea floor.
I can see why people want to touch things and you say no touching, but what does it feel like? It looks kind of waxy or something, doesn't it?
Well, it isn't actually. People think they are waxy and even like icicles, but as you can probably feel by this, it actually feels like a piece of rock.
It does. Shall we dive a bit deeper?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Danny guided us through more tight spaces and into what can only be described as a cathedral-like cavern. He gave us plenty of time to take it all in and appreciate the wonder that Mother Nature created herself. To be welcomed here by the Gunaikurnai people is a privilege, and one we will never forget.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be very sad to leave these Buchan Caves.
I am going to be sad to leave the whole Buchan area. It has been fantastic. And we've got to thank our partners. Of course, we've got Oricom, TJM and New Age Caravans for making the whole thing possible.
Join us next time as we head to Jindabyne and Thredbo. Now, Adele from Caravanning with Kids, are you brave enough to join us?
I sure am.
Well, Adele's going to join us. Why don't you lot join us as well as we show you
What's up down under?
What's up down under?